Hey guys, how's it going? It's a little bit rainy here still, and yeah, a little bit late. But so I read this thing saying that Jordan Peterson, who's sick at the moment, said life is better and things are more freer, and why is he complaining about being oppressed and blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, your grandparents had it good in some ways and not so good in others. Today it's good in some ways and not so good in others. I mean, people go, well, women were oppressed, blah blah blah. I go, yes, but also women back then didn't have to work outside the home if they didn't want to. They could not worry about having to have a career, having to get an education and live up to a lot of these standards that women these days feel that they have to live up to. I mean, you can ask a lot of people, and there's a kind of like a little mini movement called hashtag trad wife, and people saying, oh, they're letting the team down and blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, bullshit. This is what the original feminism was for, is to allow, well, in my mind anyway, to allow women the choice that if they wanted to work outside the home and have a career and be a CEO, they could. And if they wanted to stay at home, be a stay-at-home mum, and let the man go out and do their thing, then that was their choice. The biggest thing I think they are contesting about is the whole way that it's been presented, and some people are saying it like, the woman says, I'd like to submit to the man and say that he's the boss and all that sort of stuff. That's what they say, and in some instances, yes, that would be true, but in practicality, I would say it's not, because in a truly beneficial or good relationship, the woman may submit to the man, in a lot of things, but the man also, it's beneficial for him to have a happy wife or partner, or if you have one, not necessarily man or male, female, but if you have a partner who's at home who is happy. So it's kind of like, what we talk about in BDSM and power exchange is that, happy wife, happy life. And the woman, if she's happy providing or serving the man and making sure that, after he goes out to work, the home's tidy and nice, and, pat him on the head and all sorts of other stuff, then he will happily go out, bring the bacon home, and she doesn't have to worry about going out working and all that stuff. She just has to worry about the kids, and I think that's kind of my point of view on that. But the whole thing about, people whinging and complaining about, but people have the ability to say their mind, like, and why they feel like they're being oppressed when there's so many avenues in social media. Goes, yes, but a lot of social media also, they have pylons, and the fact that people now are keyboard warriors and they feel they can say and do anything and destroy people's lives, and they go, yay, look, I've destroyed something. It's not a video game, guys. It's not a video game. You're actually dealing with other people's lives, and I think in some ways social media is good in that there's lots of information out there, but it's also created a disconnect with people, and that they don't realise that there are other people on the other side of that computer screen. And you might go, oh yes, that's all very well good, but when it's done to you, what then, So there's a lot of people that are, I guess, oppressed or in not such a good way these days, and that's a societal thing, and there'll always be people that have it bad, feel like they're being down, and the oppressed doesn't mean like on all overall global scale. It could be like their emotional feelings at the time, that they're depressed, that things are overwhelming them, and the oppression could be like the expectations and societal views with regards to like relationships, what you're doing in your job, what your friends expect of you, what your partner expects of you, even to the point where it's like, oh my god, my pet expects me to feed them every day and stuff. I mean, they're lovely, but sometimes people go, oh my god, I just can't deal with going home and having to do stuff. Everyday life can be oppressive to people, but that's the thing. I asked them, like, in some instances back then things were good, in some instances things back then were bad, just like they are today. It just depends on society, the views, the mores, what's going on, and the different people and how they're thinking about it, and also where they live and culture and that. Because I mean, in Western society, a lot of people think that they're oppressed, But if you go to a lot of non-English speaking, non-Western societies, and you just look at what is going on there, example China, you'd be going, no, dude, what are you talking about? That's not oppression. And yet people want to bring those same, I know, techniques, values and views into Western society. Anyways, there's a lot of ways that you could say that you've been oppressed, a lot of ways that people think of they had it good or had it bad. Now, the way people think about, back then a lot of people focus on, way back when, the good old days when women were oppressed and blah, blah, blah. And have a think about it now in this way. Back then, in what ways were they not? Were things better? How were things better back then, as compared to today? Like, say there was a lot less disconnect with regards to social media. In some instances, as people I talked to says, way back then, they knew people were gay, trans, whatever, and they just let them do their thing. They didn't care about that. They just cared, like, you're a person, okay, cool, you do your thing. I don't need to know, don't want to know. That's your business. A lot of people kept out of each other's business back then. Now, if anyone has anything, personal lives are almost non-existent these days, but, think about things that were better back then. Think about things that are worse now. Are they the same? Are they not? And in what ways are they the same and in what ways are they not? That would be an interesting thing. Yes, it is raining. It's raining a lot. And my backyard was flooded. And I got a delivery today for something. Oh, the renovations are still going on. So anyways, think about those things. So if it's so much better, why complain? I'll tell you one thing. People will complain no matter what, okay? People will complain. There's always something to complain. Because some people, their life just has no meaning if they can't complain about something, okay? That's just some people. But, yeah. Why complain? Why not just go, oh, I love this. This is great. Yeah, it's something that's bad, but you know what? This is a good thing that's happened, and I can accept the bad because the good is so much better. I'm moving forward. Anyways, gotta go. Bye.